Welcome to PlayPianoToday.com. This video number 2 of 2 picks up where we left off last time in our overview of Ear Training 101 version 4. All right, let's kick it up a bit. Now let's go to level 10, 3 notes with a maximum distance apart of a major 7th. And remember, we're going to keep it in melody mode. Okay, now we got some big intervals. Let's hear that again. Now we got a jump. Oh, no good. Did you notice how I just cheated? I went like this, got it wrong, and I did this, and started over. Okay, now you could say that's cheating. I prefer to call it learning, okay? Because the goal here really is to learn to be able to hear these intervals and get it right. If it makes you feel any better, there's bonus points over here that are counting down. See those numbers? 87. It's going to go down to 86. The point here is those are added in at the very end at the Hall of Fame when you're keeping score. And so if you cheat a bunch, I use the term loosely, and I get the notes wrong, and I say, no, let me do it again. And I get it wrong again, and I keep cheating. These bonus points are counting down. So you want to get to the point where you're playing all these problems quickly and accurately, which will give you a great score at the end, but more importantly, you'll become a much better musician. Let's find those notes. Beautiful. Let's do one more at this level. Oh, nice. Whitey birds, whomp out in the trees. That's an old song. Let's say you were in the middle of a concert or something. You wanted to take a solo and you heard this melody in your head. How would you get it translated out of your brain through your fingertips on the keyboard unless you had ear training down? I'll tell you what happens. Here's what happens if you don't do ear training. You start relying on old licks and old riffs that you know or somebody showed you, and they really aren't creativity on the spot. Because God gives you all these great ideas, but you need to develop your ear and your sense of relative pitch so that you can say, hey, I know what that sounds like, and I know how to get to it. So there's my preaching a little bit. All right, let's go deep into some really good territory. Now let's go to 4 notes. An octave plus a minor third is going to be the distances. Let's see what that sounds like. Pretty. It's just 4 notes, and yet it's a nice melody. Big jump. Way up a minor 10, right? Wow, big jumps. I wondered about that one. Okay, let's say that you get stuck a little bit here, and you wonder, what is the next note? I don't know what it is. You can go to something called practice mode. Oops, there it is. It's real simple. You're currently in practice mode, blah, blah, blah. This means that you can continue playing notes until you're sure of your answer. Just to make you feel better, the bonus points are still counting down while you're in practice mode. Word of caution, I like this. Make sure you wean yourself off of practice mode. After all, the goal here is for you to be able to instantly play whatever you hear. I think I'm going to keep reading. One more short little paragraph. Seriously, can you imagine if it was your time to solo on the piano in front of a huge audience and you reach for the practice mode button? Well, it doesn't exist. So spend time in practice mode, but don't rely on it all the time. Basically, you can just sit here and play all you want. You can hear that again, and you can pick all kinds of options until you figure it out. And then once you're done with practice mode, you can say, hey, I got it, and let's see if we can get it. See, it's saying start by playing the first note you heard. What if I picked a different note? It wouldn't let me. Okay, the program is always wanting you to start right on the first note that you heard. Let's see if we can find it now. Here we go. Way up. I'm not sure. There it is. Right on. Let's do a little something different. Let's go to chord mode now. Now we're going to be hearing 4 notes with a maximum distance apart of an octave plus a minor third or a minor 10th in chord mode. Man, this is fantastic training for your ear. It's like, remember what Arnold said, no pain, no gain. So at first it's really painful because you can't get any of them. So you have to go all the way back to level 1. But then you become better. You increase your musical skills. Okay, let's go on. Wow, let's hear that again. So we've got a lot of notes in there. I can hear this one. I can hear... Yes, I can hear that, I think. But I don't remember what the fourth note was. Let's hear it again. Oh, it's in the middle. Sometimes it's hard to hear those interior notes, and that's the point. Really learning to hear all those harmonies in there. This is a diminished chord. And the note that the computer has marked with the number 1 isn't the bottom note of the chord. Listen to that. There's a real low one in there. Diggity. Let me show you something else. This is an important piece. It says, why you must, capital letters, master ear training. Now, it feels a little bit like I'm telling you what to do. But you know what? I'm telling myself too. Every musician that really wants to be great has to master ear training. Not necessarily master this program or our method, but you have to master ear training, and this program happens to be an excellent way to do that. Let me read what do you say down through the capital letters there, down through the third paragraph. To master this game, you have to learn to hear and recognize intervals. And down here, remember I said the interval is the distance between notes. If it happens one after the other, it's melodies. If it happens at the same time, it's chords. Okay, so I cannot emphasize strongly enough how important this is. I should have put that in bold. In fact, if you don't have this ability, the ability to recognize by ear, listening to intervals, you will forever be chained to written music, down in the dungeon, never able to be creative and play by ear. Who wants that? Not me, and I know you don't either. Let's go on. If you were just going to read music off a page for the rest of your life, it wouldn't be so important whether or not you learned to hear intervals accurately. However, if you want to play musical lines or chords, capitals, by ear, fluently, and I do. I every day I'm working on it because I want to get better. I want to be able to play solo lines and, knock the guitar player off the stage with the solo. Without any hesitation, your ear must learn to instantly recognize the distance between notes. Now I'm putting this all in all caps here, so it means I'm shouting. I'm not going to shout at you. It says the inability to hear intervals accurately is one of the major blocks that keeps people from advancing their skills on the keyboard. No kidding. I've seen people play for 40 years and they can't pick out a melody. So download this program. It's a free download. The demo version goes up through level 4. That'll really get you started. And you can buy the full version if you want. I would recommend it, not just because it's my deal, but because it really has revolutionized a lot of people's playing. Let's kick it all the way up now. We're going to go all the way to the top level. That's level 22. That's going to be 4 notes, and it's going to have a maximum distance of an octave plus a major 7th. That is stretched way out. Here's another little deal. You can show the note names. It's not really that important. You're not really concerned about note names, but you can show the note names if you want to. I'll show you what it looks like. See the note names are up there? Nice and pretty. So if you're just starting out and you're starting out by developing your ear, I would commend you. And you can also recognize the note names just by having that on there. But I'm going to turn that off. So we're going to use level 22 in chord mode, and let's kick it in. Big, long interval. I can hear this. I can hear that. I don't know what else I heard. Let me hear it again. Oh, I heard a fifth in there. Bum, bum, bum. And I heard that. Now I'm cheating like crazy. Oh, there's a low interval down in here. Can you hear that? I think it's right here. Sometimes it's hard to hear those low intervals because they fight so much. Let me show you what it looks like if you get it wrong in chord mode. We'll just play all kinds of crazy notes. So it says wrong answer, but if you show the correct notes in chord mode, notice it doesn't have them numbered. It just has blue notes. That's because in chord mode you can pick them in any order. Okay, let's do one more. Oh, and what a nice, pretty major 7 chord. Listen to that again. I like the voicing there. It's got a 9 in it. But I don't know what the other note was. Oh, it's the 5th. I can hear that bum. Listen for it. Bum. Can you hear that right there? Oh, got to start by playing the first note. I love this voicing. Nice. Okay, that's an overview of Ear Training 101. You can get the whole thing at playpianotoday.com.